Good afternoon, everyone, as my producer corrects me right away. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Alfred E. Smith High School. This is a flex scheduling in the Sage Standout Game of the Week, as we have two undefeateds going up against each other when it is Fort Hamilton visiting A. Philip Randolph. So I know the camera's a little messed up right now, so I'm going to send my producer over there. It's an early start. It's not the most ideal setup for us, but you know how we do here at Sage Media. Where there's the game, we're gonna make it happen. And as we fix the camera, make sure you guys hop into the chat. And yeah, I see my guy Jay in there. Listen, man, we're trying our best. If you know the field, if you know the setup is gonna be pretty difficult, but you know, we're gonna try our best to bring you the game. As you can see, we're set up right behind APR. Like I said, the angle won't be the best, but you know what? We will still make it happen. So hope everybody's having a good morning. We had a record turnout in the Sage Standout Game of the Week last night. But today, it's all about the 4A. And let's look at our ones to watch for APR. And it is Travis Gamble and Emmanuel Opoku. Travis Gamble is one of the best players in the entire PSAL. 4A, 3A, 2A, 1A, he's one of the best players. Travis has accumulated 563 yards and 7 touchdowns on the year. In the last game against FDR, he had 8 rushes for 170 yards and 3 touchdowns. Again, Travis is one of the fastest athletes in the entire PSAL and one of the most dangerous weapons in the league. And his quarterback is Emmanuel Opoku. Emmanuel only throws the ball about 3 to 6 times a game, but when he throws, he's very effective, and he is very, very, very good with his feet. So you know that run-heavy offense for APR, and that's in strike comparison to the passing attack of Fort Hamilton, led by Aiden Farley. In the last game against Bayside, 9 for 16, 302 yards, and 6 touchdowns. 6 touchdowns against Bayside. One of the best throwers in the entire PSAL. And, of course, his top weapon is sophomore Harold Marshall III. Harold had 12 rushes for 120 yards and a touchdown against Bayside. Also had 1 reception for 80 yards and a touchdown. Jay, if you pull up, make sure you come by and say hi. You'll see us. So, yes, these are the ones to watch for both teams. Aiden Farley, we've seen a lot of him this year. The stats have been insane. So today we only have one camera angle. Like I said, we're trying our best. Not the most ideal setup, but who cares? We're trying to bring you 3A action. Shout out to Coach Perlow. He was the one who hit me up to make sure we came by and got this action. And we're ready. The battle of undefeateds. And that ball looks like it went out of bounds. So APR is in the black, Fort Hamilton in the white. Just mentioned Aiden Farley. He is also the kicker. So it's going to be 1st and 10. It's 1st and 10. Can't exactly get the yard lines. We're actually going to take the yard lines off for today. I'm actually going to do that right now because, to be honest with you, we cannot see the line of scrimmage, unfortunately. So I'll try my best to to call it out. But we really can't see the line of scrimmage from this angle. So a 1st and 10 for APR. APR coming out in that run-heavy offense. Poku under, hands off to Travis, up the middle, minimal gain. So it's going to be a scrum all day for Fort Hamilton. The battle of undefeateds. To go through APR's wins this year, they had a 28-21 victory over Bayside, a 30-6 victory over Cardozo, and a 42-0 victory over FDR. And for Fort Hamilton, they had a 46-0 victory over Cardozo, 64-28 victory over Bayside. And I couldn't get the score for the boys and girls game, but they did win it, but boys and girls had to forfeit. So also so usually the sticks are supposed to be on the visitor sideline, but they're on the home sideline. So it's about a 2nd and 4. High snap, still gets the ball off, and that was 58, Andy Matranix, the junior, on the stop. Looks like it's a 3rd and short. So, guys, just a quick warning. We were having some power issues here. It's literally a park pretty much. So if it goes out, just give us a second to get the power back on. So if the screen goes black, it's a power issue. So a 3rd and short. Handoff. And that's Travis. And he does what he's been doing all season long. Touchdown, APR. That's about a 50-yard run from Travis Gamble. Touchdown number 8 on the season. Even though we only have one camera, we still have the instant replay that we're queuing up right now. As APR is going for 2 here. Handoff, and he has enough. So our score is going to be 8-0. There is a flag, but I think it was after the play. Fred Porter, you've become a member of the Sage Media channel. Really appreciate it. If you guys would like to support us, become a member, send a super chat. But you are already supporting just being with us on this Saturday morning. It's a classic Saturday fall morning. We're fighting against the wind a bit. We're fighting against the elements. But we got to make sure we deliver you guys a matchup. So that 2-point conversion is no good. So we're going to take that point off. So it seems like that penalty was before the snap. So now it's a much more difficult conversion. And it looks like they're going to try to kick the extra point. It's number 99, Diaby. Good snap, but it's low. So our score will remain 6-0 APR. And let's go to the replay to one of the top athletes in all of the PSAL, Mr. Travis Gamble. So it's pretty much just a dive. Great blocking up front. Wow. Number 3, Jaden Padilla. What a job on the block. And we're talking about one of the fastest players in the city in Travis Gamble. Good luck trying to catch him. Everybody in the chat, let me know if my volume sounds good. We can make an adjustment if needed. If you guys are watching at home on your TV, hello. Just take out your phone, go to YouTube, and interact with us. So our score is 6-0 early. My guy Jay telling me Travis is playing varsity since he was a freshman. I mean, Travis got to be a 4-6 kind of guy, maybe even 4 or 5. I mean, it's just tremendous speed from Travis. As APR is getting ready to kick it off. Deep kick. Number 7. 4-4 Hamilton takes it out. And he is tackled by number 0. Menashe. So now we will see. So we have one of the best throwers in all of the PSAL going up against one of the best runners in the entire PSAL in this matchup. So now it is Aiden Farley, number 10's turn. He has this stage on the stage standout game of the week. Let's see what he can do. He has his man, Harold Marshall, to the left of him. 2 wide receivers. He sends out another one. Looks right. Looking to throw. And he goes down. That's number 88, Mr. Fofana with the sack. So it is going to be a 2nd and long. Second and long, let's call it 2nd and 15 for the Tigers. But let me tell you something, the Tigers can definitely get yards in a hurry. 2 receivers to the right, Mr. Marshall to his right as well. Looks like there's an issue with someone's uniform, maybe knee pads. Looks like number 13 is going to have to leave the game. That's one of the Porter brothers. Aiden Porter. Looks like a uniform issue. All right, so they didn't have their pads pushed down enough. So we are ready to go. 2nd and about 15. Looking to throw. Throws it quick to the right. And what a stick! And that's Travis again! He's not just one of the best runners. He's one of the best athletes. And I heard APR early say that's how we coming on this beautiful Saturday morning. Fort Hamilton is going to have to match that energy. WHW. Yes, the 2 undefeateds, 2 of the 5 remaining undefeateds in the 3A. Congratulations to Brooklyn Tech as they had a tough game against Franklin K. Lane. But we're back to action. Rolls out to the right, to the trips, throws deep, and he overthrows number 21, Zaire Thomas. So yes, currently in the 3A, as we stand right now, there are only 5 undefeateds remaining. There were 6 coming into this week. And after this game, there will only be 4 undefeateds remaining. So it looks like Fort Hamilton will get ready to punt. If anyone tuned in last night, my voice might sound a little tired. It was crazy. I didn't have any time to have some morning tea. That was a false start. Back deep is Menashe, excuse me. Number 0. So that's a false start on the Tigers, pushing them back 5. if I'm not mistaken, shout out to Coach Mack and Move the Chains. Pretty sure Menashe caught a crucial interception in that game as the Tigers are getting ready to punt to him. Travis is back deep as well, and they don't field the punt, and that was pretty much take out Travis's legs there. My guy Shab, I have no clue. Thank God I have Sunday. Thank God I have Sunday. You know, I am West Indian, parents proud from Grenada. Gonna have some mint tea, some ginger tea. I need that, man. But this is just, I don't know, this is really, a day like today really just brings me back. This is just classic football, you know. Of course, now you have the beautiful stadiums, the beautiful turfs, now you got jumbotrons in high school. It's crazy, but a Saturday morning, 11 o'clock kickoff for some of your best friends. This is New York City football, man. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 for APR after the Travis Gamble touchdown. Hands it off to the right. Breaks a tackle, number 3. Still on his feet. Does he have the foot speed? No. But what a run from number 3, Jaden Padilla. You saw him on the previous drive having that crucial block, and now they go right to him at the misdirection, and that was a gain of about 40. My guy, that could be Mac. It could be Dre running the Move the Chains account, but shout-outs to you guys. Listen, man, it takes a village. I have a great team, and we got to work hard. We got to put on for the city, man. This is too big of a matchup to miss. I was so glad that we could pull this off. So ball is deep within Fort Ham territory. Sends a man in motion. Hands off to Travis. Has a huge lane. Has the strength. And that's going to be enough for a 1st down. Fort Hamilton will have to make a huge adjustment. But it's really tough when you're playing against this kind of wing T offense. If you overcommit into the middle of the field, they're going to hit you with a counter outside of the tackle. So it's going to be a 1st down. Looks like the ball's on about the 11-yard line. They can still get a 1st down, and there is a flag. So, no, the ball is actually on the 14-yard line. I can see it from here. So my guy Jaden Anderson asking if we can get a higher camera angle. We cannot, my guy, unfortunately. We have the camera on top of a table. My camera woman is not short, honestly, so she's doing the best she can. She has a foot on the table looking over right now, so it's not the most ideal setting, but, you know, hopefully you guys can still enjoy. There's going to be a 5-yard penalty. Going to push them back to the 19-yard line. Will be a big stop here for Fort Hamilton. APR trying to capitalize. Handoff. Has a lane. Guess what? Touchdown number 2, Travis Gamble. Touchdown number 9 on the season. But there is a flag. That's coming back. Looks like a holding. So that touchdown is not good. So take the touchdown off the board. Appreciate you, Jade. Like I said, we do. Excuse me. Sorry, y'all. I really have no voice. Appreciate you, Jaden. And yes, shout out to all the rising stars in the game. Move the Chains is G. Is that Menenche, number 0? So it's going to be a 1st and about 15. Ball's on about the 22-yard line. Handoff to Travis. And guess what? Doesn't matter if there's a holding penalty. We're going to go right back to the crib. Touchdown, APR, no flags this time. Mr. Gamble. I mean, that looked like the same exact play, honestly. We'll see in the replay. Extra point pending. That's touchdown number 2 for one of the best athletes in all of the PSAL, Travis Gamble, as they go for 2, trying to make it a clean 14. Handoff to Travis. Too strong, but there's a flag. You know, I would really love to see if my Tottenville guys are out there. I would love to see Corey Brown, Tyshawn Bent, and Travis Gamble, all underclassmen. I would love to see those guys get together and work out in the offseason, man. So if Tyshawn, Corey, and Amir Morrow, the number 2 for E-Hall, I would love to see all of you guys get together, make some videos. I'll come out with my camera personally and make you guys a workout video if the 4 of you guys are working out in the offseason, because you 4 backs are absolutely tremendous. Double handoff to G. Is not going to be able to convert 2 for the 2-point conversion. So our score will remain 12-0 APR. And let's go to we faked all out. Let's go to the instant replay. So let's see what we have here. This is the same exact play they scored on in the first time. Just another great block, and he's just too talented. Travis Gamble, just like in the chat, back-to-back like Drake in 2015. Man, that song about to be a classic at this point. Lord have mercy, we getting old, man. 2015. What were some of these players doing in 2015? 5th grade? I'm asking my producer, how old are you in 2015? No. What grade were you in? Were you in middle school or grade school? Our producer might have been in 5th grade in 2015. It's getting spooky out here for us, man. Us 90s babies, it's spooky. As number 7 takes it, and that is Mr. Menenche all over the field on defense with the tackle. So it's going to be a first down for Fort Hamilton as they're in a hole early in this game. Now, Fort Hamilton is a very proud program, former PSAL champions. Aiden Farley is definitely one of the top players in all of the league. But if you just look at the roster, APR has at least 10 extra kids compared to Fort Hamilton. But that has not stopped them. They've been undefeated on the season, scored 60 points. And they're going to hand off to Harold, but he is stopped in the backfield, still on his feet, actually. Can Harold make something happen? Wow, what a play from the sophomore, Mr. Harold Marshall III. That play was dead and buried, but he makes something of it at least. My guy Sab in the chat saying if Fort Hamilton's D-line doesn't step up, APR quarterback might not have to throw the ball. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm pretty sure in the last game, Opoku threw the ball maybe 3 or 4 times. So it looks like the ball is on about the 20, let's call it the 20-yard line is what it looks like. 2nd and about 7. Aiden Farley sends a man in motion. Fakes the jet sweep, looks to throw, throws it out wide. But wow, you just see Mr. Travis Gamble is all over the field. scoring 2 touchdowns, has a pass breakup, and has at least 2 tackles at this point. Was that enough? That actually was enough for the first down, though. So it's going to be a 1st and 10. The ball is past the 20-yard line. Let's call it the 24-yard line. Aiden with 2 to his right. Sends a man in motion. Handoff to Harold. Makes a man miss, but can't make the 2nd and the 3rd and the 4th man miss. This APR defense so far is something to be reckoned with. And shout out to 143 people in the chat. Just like my producers always says, teach me how to be a better YouTuber. There should be 143 likes, 143 shares. So 2nd and about 11. Aiden looks to the right, fakes left, right, looking to run now, looks down the field, has a man. No, he does not. From this angle, I thought he was throwing to number 21, Zaire Thomas. He had some room down the middle of the field, but he was throwing to the right. Looked like he was looking for one of the Porters, number 13, Aiden Porter, and it was incomplete. So this is definitely Fort Hamilton's top competition they faced. Remember, APR was in that 2A championship just last year where they fell short to now 4A South Shore. So you know APR has the athletes. As it's a 3rd and about 12. Aiden looks left. Doesn't have the room. Throws it deep. Has a man, but it is not caught. Incomplete. Right off of August Porter's hands. It looked like a catchable ball. Watching this one back. Yeah, and it looked like a catchable ball. Aiden put it pretty much exactly where he needed to. But August could not reel it in. So it looks like Fort Hamilton will send the punt unit out again. If anyone knows, what's the size of the school of APR, of A. Philip Randolph? If anyone knows, let me know in the chat the student enrollment in APR. I'm very curious. Have a pretty good sized football team. Maybe over 40 on the team, it looks like. 2nd punt on the day. Short kick. And APR will have it in Tigers territory. JoJo in the chat. I don't know, man. I think you might want to look at APR's defense again. I mean, I'm old, but I'm pretty sure it's sweet. Sweet. Usually sweet means it's not good. So if you say APR defense is sweet, I don't know. You might have tuned into the wrong live stream. By the way, I'm only 32, by the way. I'm not so old, all right? Just so y'all know, man. You know, I had to say that because I know there's some people in the chat. I know what they saying on their couch. So, all right, let's get back to the action. Handoff to Travis, and it's almost house call watch every single time Travis gets the ball, but the Tigers do a good job of corralling the ball there. So it's second and about, trying to look at the sticks. It's 2nd and 5, we'll call it. So again, apologies that we don't have the line of scrimmage. Usually the sticks are on the visitor side of the field, but for some reason they're on the home side of the field. So Poku in the shotgun for the first time today. Hands it off. Should be enough for an APR first down. My guy, Bofi, listen, man, you know it's been like a trend. It looks like sound like that was the whistle for the end of the first quarter. That's what it sounded like, trying to confirm. Yeah, so that is the end of the first quarter. Our score is 12-0 APR. And my guy, Bofi, listen, 32 years old. I don't know if you've seen that trend in the NFL where they ask players like, oh, how old do you have to, what year are you born to be considered old? And they're always like, oh, yeah, I mean, 1994. Oh, yeah, you're ancient. You're ancient if you're born in 1994. I'm like, damn, boy. Damn, boy, I was born in 92. Oh, you see, my producer, Dad, she definitely looked the other way when I said that.
I didn't know what to
Listen,
say.
man, fine wine. That's crazy. There are people born after 2000. So remember, this stream is brought to you by Sage Media Solutions. Make sure you follow us on all of the socials at Sage Media Solutions. Any business inquiries, go to the website. And y'all know where to be. 7:15 on Monday is New York Football Talk. Coach Mack from Move the Change, Jared Valuzzi from Uzi Sports, and, of course, myself, Andre Johnson. Appreciate all the support, y'all. So APR hands it off, and that's a short gain. Look like number 15, Opoku, kept it on that one. And JC is saying there's 1,200 people. And there's 43 people on Varsity for APR. So my guy Bandit, that's funny. I won't read it out. Just know, Bandit, that is very funny. So second down, handoff to number 3. There is a flag on the play, so it looks like he is going to score, but there is a flag on the play, so it's coming back. So again, we're trying our hardest. I am in at the opposite end zone, so I'm trying my hardest to see. Of course, our camera worker is trying their hardest. It's going to be a little hard going into that north end zone, but we're going to try our best for you guys. So Move the Chain says someone needs to offer number 75. That's Hakeem Sadiq. That's a big boy. Can't lie to you. It's looking like, I had to guess, yeah, he might, oh, man. He might be 6'3". Yeah, he might be 6'3", 300. 6'3". That's number 75. What do you think? No, he's taller than 6 feet. Producer's trying to guess his height. He looks like 6'3", 300. I can't lie to you.
300 is
You're telling me he's 6'6"? Did I not stand next to him? Yes, that is Hakeem. He's
6'6".
I got to stand next to him. I'm not sure if he's 6'6". I'll stand next to him later. Sends a man in motion. Opoku keeps it, but that's a great stop from Fort Hamilton. So that's going to be third down. It's third and long. It's about a 3rd and 12. So, of course, remember, the clock on the live stream is not the official clock. We don't know what the clock is. Hands it off to Travis, but that's a great stop from Fort Hamilton, trying to get the number. It's going to be a little tough to get the number. That was a great stop from Fort Hamilton, as it looks like they should force the punt for the first time today.
I feel like Fort Hamilton has read into the give us a Travis play.
So it actually looks like it's third down. So excuse me for that. I thought the last play was third down. So I guess it was the penalty. So it's a 3rd and long for APR. Let's see if they go to the air for the first time. It's a double handoff. It's to Travis. Has a bit of a lane. And guess what? House call. Touchdown. APR. Touchdown number 3 on the day for Travis Gamble. So usually it's tough if it stays the same. It's going to be a pretty easy pick for the player of the game today. What do you call me, Chris Collinsworth? That's hilarious, man. So official Rosa Parks saying Shamir Thomas and Travis Gamble fighting for the number 1 spot in the 3A for PSAL rushing yards as they try to go for 2. Give it to Travis. Does he have enough? Waiting for the signal. It's good. So add 2 to the score. That brings our score to 22-0. Yes, Shamir Thomas from Lehman is a tremendous back. Great vision. A little smaller than Travis, but he's very, very quick. So it is 20-0. Let's go to the replay as we have that queued up. So the left side of that line, that is Hakeem Sadiq. And yeah, they just trap the end. Great cut from Travis. Bounces it outside. I mean, the left side of that offensive line doing a great job. The right side pulling. House call. Mr. Gamble, number 3. Come for the touchdown. Stay for the celebration. Wish I could speed it up. Sorry, can't speed it up. But come for the touchdown. Stay for the celebration. Count them. 1, 2, 3. Fort Hamilton in a sticky situation. Down big. And that was a 3rd and long that they weren't able to defend. Deep kick. It's being returned. Nice game. Best return of the day for Fort Hamilton. So it looks like Fort Hamilton will have the ball at about midfield. So, Juwan, I will answer that in a second. Not liking our tier list. But you know what? That's why it's everyone's opinion, man. That's why we have 3 people on the panel. You know, it's all about analysis. You know, if we all knew what was going to happen, why would we play the games? Throws deep, has a man, but it's a little overshot. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. So let's see. Juwan, what school are you from? Okay, Juwan, so I think you're from Canarsie, right? So, yeah, we had Canarsie in Tier 3, but we had them at the top of Tier 3, which is just under Tier 2, you know. And, yeah, you know, that was our call. You know, it's kind of tough to put an 0-3 team. I know the competition you guys played was the top competition in the league, but there would have been a lot of people looking at us crazy if we put an 0-3 over a 3-0. Back to this game. Aiden throws the screen, but great defense by looks like that was number 18. Yes, that was number 18 for APR, Mr. Ba, on the pass defense. Great job. Humble Rich says, looks like APR is quote-unquote keeping up with Fort Hamilton. Listen, man. We're seeing who's who now. The undefeateds are playing each other. Crucial third down for Fort Hamilton. Aiden looking to throw again. Looking, throws it deep. And that ball is caught from number 2. Does not have the foot speed, but that's August Porter. What a catch and what a throw from Aiden Farley. Don't speak too soon. The Tigers have life. Biggest play of the day. And seeing it back, sorry that our camera person didn't capture that. Again, we're trying our best here at this not ideal camera angle. And just like our producer said, she also does have the sun directly in her face, but no excuses. We'll try to be better. So 1st and 10. Ball is on the 17-yard line. Aiden rolls out to the right, looking, throws it, and it's just incomplete. 2nd and 10. So I know that wasn't in the camera, but basically August Porter got behind the defense. Say that again, hold on. Menashe, right? Am I saying right? Menashe. So I just got corrected. Got to make sure I say number 0, Menashe's name correctly. Not trying to disrespect anybody, you know that. Menashe. But again, I know you guys missed that, but Aiden Farley made a great throw to August Porter just over the outstretched hands of the safety. Hands off to Harold, and that is going to be a short gain. Big play from number 7, Mr. Isaac. So it's going to be a third. It's going to be a 3rd down, 3rd and 7. Ball is on, let's call it the 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 2 to the left, to the right, 3 to the right, looks left, looks right. And he is sacked. Ball's on the ground, but he was down. That's number 4, Christian Torres, with the 2nd sack on the day. And unfortunately, there is a flag on the field. I didn't get the number, but he threw the ball in the air. Got to stay disciplined. So that's going to be unsportsmanlike. It was after the play, though. And Bandit is in the chat saying this game is not over yet. Just look at the Alabama-Georgia game from a couple of weeks ago. Listen, man, if you guys were on in the live last night, what was I saying? I believe the Sage Standout Game of the Week has a bit of magic. Listen, am I biased? Of course I am, right? I'm the business owner. But I believe, and I have evidence to back it up, word to my producer, that these Game of the Weeks have been pretty fire. So it ain't over till it's over, especially when you have an athlete as talented as Aiden Farley. So that unsportsmanlike was after the play. So it's a 4th and short. First down is about the 6-yard line. Aiden looking, has to roll out. Rolls out to the right, throws it, and he overshoots his man, and that is going to be a crucial turnover for the Tigers. Really needed to come out with points there. Aiden overshot his man in the back of the end zone. Didn't see the number. Let's see if I can catch it now. Still can't, unfortunately. That looked like, can't get the number. But it will be 1st and 10. Ball is on about, let's call it the 10-yard line. Maybe the 10, maybe the 8. Menashe to the right. Handoff, dives to Travis. But this time, Ford Hamilton is ready. 2nd down. Start the clock. So remember, the clock is not official. Looking for a time check. Hold on. So Coach Perlo asked for a time check. Did not get it, so we don't know the time either. So that is the 4-minute warning. Both teams have all of their timeouts. We're adjusting the clock. We just got the notice. That is the 4-minute warning. So right when the whistle blows, start the clock again, please. Hands it off to number 3 on the counter. Nice gain. That was Jaden Padella. Third down. Clock should be going. The Tigers have not forced Opoku to throw yet. Third down. Another dive to Travis, and this time big number. Wow, the strength is crazy. Just wills himself for that first down. Wow, I'm getting ready to praise Ford Hamilton, but Travis had other ideas. So that's going to be a first down APR. APR doesn't look to be in any kind of hurry, it seems. Or they could be lulling them to sleep for that deep pass. Haven't thrown a pass yet. I'm sure our offense like this probably has a double pass in their playbook as well. Another handoff to Padilla, and that's a great stop. He's on both sides of the field. Harold Marshall III, and that looks like that is the first timeout assessed to the Cougars. So again, we have the Cougars are APR. Talking to my producer. So, hope you guys are enjoying the Sage Standout Game of the Week. If you have any business inquiries, make sure you message us on Instagram or go to our website. All of our business information is right there. We have about 153 people in the live stream. Appreciate everyone for watching and supporting our young men and women, because, you know, we got the cheerleaders out here, too. You're supporting them. Hopefully they're coming through in the mic. Can't tell. But appreciate everyone for tuning in. And, of course, you know, New York football talks. You know the gang, the man, them. Mr. Jared Faluzzi, shout out to you. Know he's definitely watching from Boston. And Coach Mack, watching from wherever he's at, you know he's always tuned in. And make sure you tune in Monday, 7:15, because you know we're going to break down all of the PSAL action. So it is 2nd and 10. Shotgun. Fake handoff to Travis, but there is a flag. I mean, still goes on the highlight reel, Travis. I mean, this is just tremendous from Mr. Gamble, still carrying Fort Hamilton defenders, but unfortunately, it's all coming back. Listen, y'all already know I don't have a voice. So once I saw that flag, let me not even get excited. But you know what, Trav? You take the commentary off and you put that right on the highlights, because that was a tremendous run. So it looks like that's a holding on APR. And the right side of that Fort Hamilton defense is having an extremely tough time right now. I mean, they have to deal with a lot. They're trapping the end, down blocking the left side of that line, pulling the right side, and it's been trouble. And that's the second timeout. That's the second timeout for APR. So yeah, they're down blocking the left side of that line, pulling the right side. It looks like they're pulling at least two. Maybe they're pulling an up back as well, and it's causing a lot of trouble. And I'm pretty confident all of APR's big plays have been off of that one play. So Jawad, APR had the ball first, so Fort Hamilton will get the ball at half. Make sure you guys get in the chat. If you're at home, sitting on your couch, open up your phone, go to Sage Media on YouTube and interact. So to give you guys this game in a nutshell, Jaden Padilla has been doing a great job blocking, been doing a great job running as well. The left side of that APR offensive line, led by big Hakeem Sadiq. And let me see who's the guard. So Hakeem is the tackle, and it looks like number 53. Yes, that's number 53, Thomas Green, the senior. Those two have just been doing a great job on that left side of that offensive line. And it's been the Travis Gamble show. 3 in the backfield. Fakes a handoff. Opoku just slides. Smart decision there. Don't take the hit. Drain the clock. Very surprised to see. No, that is a timeout. That's a timeout, Fort Hamilton. So timeout, Fort Hamilton. Now, so it's a 3rd and let's call it 16. Ball's right on about the 19-yard line. But, you know, we saw Travis scored from a very similar position like this, a 3rd and long, and he scored. I think that was his 2nd touchdown, if I'm not mistaken. So everybody in the chat, you guys are supporting just by watching. Appreciate you. If you would like to support Sage Media more so we can continue to put on these Game of the Weeks, become a member, send a super chat. But, of course, that is not required, because the support you guys are giving right now is more than enough. Just a question for the athletes watching and in the chat. How do you guys like 11 a.m. kickoffs? Do you prefer 11 a.m., 12 p.m. kickoffs, or do you prefer later in the afternoon or even night games? Well, I guess everyone prefers a night game. So Poku hands it off to Travis. And that's a great job by Harold. Harold doing a great job stopping Travis there. And that's another timeout for Hamilton. So shout out to the APR football Instagram. Corrected me saying it's Padilla. I'm sorry that I was saying it like such an American. APR football Instagram, whoever runs that account, if you are still listening, please let me know if I'm saying it right. So it's Padilla. So some people in the chat are saying they prefer, so we have one vote for 12 p.m., one vote for 11 a.m.
I'm at work. People have jobs. I'm at work.
So me personally, I definitely prefer a noon kickoff. If it's between 11 and 12, I definitely prefer a noon kickoff. When I was playing, even when I was playing, honestly, I preferred that. Night games are great too, but I was like a nervous person, so I kind of just wanted to get it over with. Good punt from Apoku. Got caught in the wind, crazy. It's a windy day. That punt was not that bad, but it's a windy day, and it got caught in the wind. So now Aiden Farley and the Tigers have a great opportunity to get some points on the board going into halftime. Josh saying you need to be able to get your pregame personal rituals in and get a light breakfast. Yeah, for sure. Listen, food science didn't exist back in 2006. So when I was playing, man, I was having a McGriddle for breakfast. Throws. It's caught. No, it is not. Unfortunately, it is dropped. That pass was intended for number 23, Kevin Lynn. Again, the Tigers have a great opportunity here to score. But speaking back to what Josh is saying, yeah, I mean, safe to say I didn't have a great diet back when I was 16 years old. So I was having like a McGriddle. But now with Instagram and all the sports scientists and all of that, everyone's hopefully, there's a flag on the field actually. And it looks like it's a personal foul. It is a roughing the passer, it looks like. So 15-yard penalty for Fort Hamilton as they are deep within Cougar territory. Josh, that's a great point. Yeah, you have so much, I guess for the night games, because it's building up all day, you just, like I said, depending on the kind of person you are, like just, I'm not going to make an assumption, but for me, I was an anxious person, so it was like, that buildup was crazy. But there is nothing like playing under the lights, though. I had the opportunity to play in some great stadiums like Hofstra University in Long Island, Fordham, and was definitely blessed to play in some great stadiums across New York City. Throws to the right. It is caught. Good move. That's number 13, Aiden Porter. And the Tigers are cooking with gas. Very important for the Tigers to get into the end zone here, as it is a 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Moving with purpose, fakes it, throws it to Porter, but that's great pass defense from number 7, Mr. Isaac. Incomplete pass. We don't have a time check, but the way Fort Hamilton is moving, I don't think they have much time. Yes, all 3 of the touchdowns for APR have been Travis. 2 to Aiden Farley's left. Harold to the left of him. Looking right, fakes it, rolls left, still looking, throws it to Harold, and that's a Tiger touchdown. As they get on the board, Harold Marshall III. Like I said, the Sage Standout Game of the Week has some magic. Don't go anywhere, folks. Don't go anywhere because the Sage Standout Game of the Week has some magic. As we already have, let's start queuing up that replay. We'll show the replay right after as Ford Hamilton is going for 2. Sends a man in motion. Fakes a jet sweep. Looks right, throws right. Short and drop. So our score will remain 20-6 APR. As those penalties prove to be very, let's see how crucial those penalties prove to be. As we're going to go to the replay. Fakes right. And that's a great job from Mr. Marshall. What he did was he pressed the line like he was blocking and slipped out to the flat. That's a fantastic job from Mr. Marshall. And if you guys never see Mr. Marshall, that's Harold Marshall III, only a sophomore. It's got to be, someone in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong, got to be about 5'10", maybe 170. Pretty big guy. I'm definitely going to follow Harold's career moving forward. I like his game a lot. Very physically imposing back. As we see some Tiger fans. Let me see you, the Tiger fans in the chat, man. Plenty of time left in this football game as they kick it deep, and it is caught by number 8, Dane John. There are only 20 seconds left in this game. 1st and 10, APR. TG asked me what did I think about the Tech Lane game. So we did have some eyes at the game. And that's my guy, TYJ Visuals, my guy E. Make sure you go follow him on Instagram. I didn't get the chance to sit down and talk with him about the game, but before the show on Monday, I will have a full conversation with him so I can get the highlights from that game. If any Brooklyn Tech, any Lane guys in the chat, send your highlights to the Sage Media Instagram so I can see some highlights from that game. Congratulations for Brooklyn Tech remaining undefeated, as they're just going to hand it off to Travis, and they're going to take it into half. And they're actually, APR takes their final timeout. There's got to be less than 10 seconds left. Thought APR was going to be conservative. So the undefeateds as we stand in the 3A division. The undefeateds in the 3A division as we stand are APR, Fort Hamilton, Brooklyn Tech, Lehman, and Truman. And now I know Lehman and Truman play each other at the end of the year. And I also do understand that when it comes to rating, so rating is your strength of schedule, and every division has 2 different ratings, either a higher rating or a lower rating. And it looks like Truman and bad snap. What's going on here? As Travis just picks it up. should just go down. I mean, he definitely prevents catastrophe. They're calling another timeout. I don't know how many timeouts they could have, and I don't know how many seconds could be left in this game. I think APR should just go into half. Unfortunately, a Tiger player is hurt. That's what I'm saying. You know, you didn't really have to run that extra play. I know it wasn't somebody on your field, but no, he's okay. So that was number 3, Zachariah, 4-4 Hamilton, but it seems like he's okay. But, you know, you would expect APR to run some kind of, like, double handoff or something. But, yes, like I was saying before, Truman and Lehman both have a weaker strength of schedules compared to everyone else. So their highest in the playoffs will probably be, I don't know, maybe a 5 or a 6 seed. Someone in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Truman and Lehman, their highest seed in the playoffs is going to be a 5 or 6 because, you know, I think, if I'm pretty confident that you have to be at least 500, which means, you know, you can have a 4-4 record, 5-5, whatever it comes out to. You have to be at least 500 to make the playoffs. So if there is a 500 team that has a higher strength of schedule, they will be bumped up above. They will be bumped up above Truman and Lehman, as it seems like it must be the Fort Hamilton JV is here making a whole lot of noise, as it looks like it is a 3rd down here. Toss to Travis, trying to get the edge. It's a double pass, actually, and that ball is dropped. That ball is dropped. It was a double pass to Mr. Menashe, excuse me. But unfortunately, that pass was dropped. So that throw was from Travis. So Travis can do it all clearly. But unfortunately, Menashe was not able to make the grab. So we will go into halftime with Menashe. I'm saying Menashe. Menashe, as my lovely producer corrects me. So Menashe makes the drop, and we're ready to go into halftime. I'm going to put 15 minutes on the clock, but we're not exactly sure how much time there is. So I'm going to put 15 minutes on the clock. Our score is 20-6. This is Andre Johnson from Sage Media. We will be back. Thanks for watching. How do I sound now? Yes, I'm much better now. So our score is 20-6. This is Andre Johnson, creator and owner of Sage Media. We're going back to back. I'm happy everyone was able to behave themselves in the chat as I was gone. But our score is 20-6. As you can see, the ball players are back, ready to go. And Fort Hamilton, after scoring that late touchdown from Harold Marshall, will get the ball first. And a quick recap, it was the Travis Gamble show, 3 touchdowns. And I just got confirmation from the man himself, number 75, Hakeem Sadiq, is 6'6", 300 pounds. So Porter on the return, good gain. And he looks like he's in APR territory. So Fort Hamilton with a great start. And they definitely have momentum after the Farley to Harold connection. Appreciate everyone for watching. Make sure you share out the live stream link, like the stream, all that. So it is a 1st and 10. Ball looks to be on just about the 50-yard line. Aiden hands it off to Harold. Has a nice lane, but is closed up quickly. Finished off by Travis. But that was a good gain from Harold. And let's see if the Tigers have a counterpunch after it was all APR in that first half. That looks to be about a gain of 8. One score in this game, and Fort Hamilton is right back in it. 2nd and short. Let's call it a 2nd and 2. Trips to the right. Handoff to Harold. I saw a hold, but it doesn't look like it's going to be called. There it is. Why are they throwing the flag so late? I don't understand. But yeah, I saw that hold from a mile away. I am currently in the end zone where Fort Hamilton is traveling to. So I saw that holding from about 50 yards away. Josh, I completely agree with you. A couple of completions and Fort Ham could be rolling. But one thing that will set them back is these penalties. Got to play a clean game. As that goes from a 2nd and short to about a 2nd and 12, let's call it. If anyone is just tuning in, it's not the most ideal camera angle because we're kind of in a park. But, you know, we're trying to make it work as best as we can. Shout out to the camera woman dealing with the sun. Fake screen. Caught by number 2. Does he have the foot speed to get into the end zone? He does not, but that is August Porter. He's been a problem all day, and Fort Hamilton is rolling. And that is a 1st and goal for Fort Hamilton. Ball is on the 4-yard line. Their biggest play, their 2nd biggest play of the day. Aiden Farley showing off his arm in that last throw. Very good slant route. Hands it off, fakes it. And his receiver slips, trying to run that little whip route. 2nd and goal. A whip route is literally one of my favorite routes. I don't know, it's almost guaranteed to get open if the man doesn't slip. It's damn near impossible to guard as a D-back. Receiver shows you, the receiver runs like he's doing a slant or comes right off the line inside. Boom. puts his outside foot into the dirt, goes right back outside. A whip route is really hard to stop. Not sure what it's called in whoever's terminology. So 2nd and goal, ball's on the 4, sends a man in motion, hands it off to Harold, and he is met by quite a few Cougars. 3rd down. Definitely want to see who you're rooting for in the chat. Are you rooting for APR? Are you rooting for Fort Hamilton? We have a great game on our hands here. It's 3rd and goal. Two to Aiden's left, tight end to the right. Sends a man in motion. Aiden looking to throw, looks back to the left, rolls, throws it. It's high, and it's incomplete. Great defense by Menashe. Menashe has been all over the field today, but there is a flag. Didn't see what the flag was. Did I miss it? Was it a holding? Did not see what the penalty was, but the penalty was on Fort Hamilton. So it remains 3rd down. So it's 3rd and goal. Ball is on about the 13-yard line. 2 to the left. Motioning a man. Looks left, rolls right. Farley throws it, dump off to Harold. Does he have the power? Yes, he does. Runs over a man. Touchdown, Tigers. Harold Marshall showing off the physicality. That's touchdown catch number 2 for Harold. Extra point pending. In a funny formation here. Snap it. Throws out a screen, trying to convert for 2. That's Harold, and it's enough. Folks, we have a game. Our score is 20-14 APR. So we are queuing up that replay. Remember, we had a classic last night. And some of that magic from the floss might have made its way up to the Bronx. We have the replay ready. Let's see if we can fit it in. Aiden looks left, rolls right, has pressure in his face, and he just throws a dump off to Mr. Harold Marshall. Throws on the hit stick. Touchdown, Tigers. And I should say the truck stick, because he was on offense. Is there even a truck stick in Madden anymore? I haven't played Madden in years. But Fort Hamilton is cooking with gas, but they haven't proved that they can really stop APR yet. So this possession will be huge for the Tigers. Have to get a stop. Taken by number 2, up the left sideline. That was Zaire Jones, the sophomore. My guy, Tone, in the chat. Tone, how is your voice, man? because I have no voice. You could probably tell I don't even mean to have less energy. I have the energy, but my voice is killing me. So Tone, he was on the in-house commentary yesterday, the field announcer, doing a great job shouting out everyone. Love that. So how you feeling, Tone? Nice to see you in the chat. We got a good one. You came just in time. 20-14. APR comes out, hands it off to Travis, makes a man miss. That's a good stop. As now the Fort Hamilton JV is here, creating that crowd noise. Not sure if you guys are able to pick that up. Our mic is pretty far away. Second down. It's about 2nd and 3. Cannot really see the yard line here. They're very close to midfield. Travis in the backfield. Sends a man in motion. Another handoff. And Fort Hamilton have made the adjustment. A pack of Tigers in the backfield. Tone, appreciate you, man. I love what you do as well. He said he's just having breakfast. Yo, you having brunch, Tone. It's 12:30, man. Come on, you're not low. You having a mimosa. You not low, Tone. 12:30 trying to tell me you having breakfast. You living good, man. You see where we at. Crucial 3rd down here for APR. Will they go to the air? Keep it on the ground. But again, a pack of Tigers have that play wrapped up. So it looks like APR will have to punt for only the 2nd time today. As they tried that same trap play that they had so much success off that left side of the offensive line, down blocking, pulling 2 from the right side. But clearly Fort Hamilton have made an adjustment. Maybe it's not a tactical adjustment, maybe it's just an attitude adjustment. You know, typically when you're dealing with pulling guards, you are taught to follow the guard. It's going to bring you to the play. Opoku to punt, and it's a low punt. It actually goes off of someone from Fort Hamilton, honestly. I don't know if anyone saw that. Honestly, I would have to go to the replay. I don't know if we're going to have the proper camera angle. But from my vantage point, that ball clearly came off of someone. I don't know if it was a Fort Hamilton player or an APR player. But regardless, it was not called. And now Fort Hamilton have the chance. Wait. The offense is – wait, there's a bit of confusion. It's a bit of confusion because the APR offense is back on the field. There's a timeout, Fort Hamilton. I'm pretty sure it's APR ball. Now, what I saw was Opoku had a low punt. Did it come off? I think I'm going to have to go to the replay. Because if it was blocked, it should be Tigers ball. Let's give us a second here. Ow. Wait. How y'all doing? All right. Sorry, we had some difficulties with our canopy, so I had to protect everyone so our canopy didn't fly away. All right, let's see if I can go back to the replay. Because if the punt was blocked, then it's not the same as, somebody blocking, somebody catching it and it dropping. So I'm trying to go back to the replay. Yeah, someone's saying, yeah, it looked like it was tipped off at the line. Trying to go back to the replay. Sorry, guys. Hold on. All right, so I think this is it. Hold on, let's see. So it is. All right, we're going to go to the replay after. I have the replay queued up, but it is APR football. So we will go to the replay afterwards, but it is APR football. Handoff to Travis, and that is coming back, unfortunately, for a holding. So you guys aren't missing anything. That's going to be a holding. So let's go back to see what we can see. Oh, man, that's a bad call. I'm going to try to slow it down some more. Let me speed it up for a minute. All right, so let's slow it down. I mean, that might have even come off of an APR player. So, unfortunately, the refs do not have access to instant replay like we do at home. So, that is a tough call. My guy Dre is saying it's behind the line of scrimmage. Yeah, so that's just you're right. If it's behind the line of scrimmage, then it's obviously a tip. So, that's just a missed call. So, that's a tough break for the Tigers. But that's football. Got to stand up. Tosses it to Travis. And he's stopped. 2nd and long. So, yeah, I definitely called it for that. I called it live. I didn't think it was – I definitely saw that it was tipped, but it looked like it was a low punt. It looked like it came off of the back of somebody. But my guy Dre in the chat makes a very good point, and thanks to you. That's why I love having the chat. Hold on, hand it off to Travis. Tries to bounce it outside, but the Tigers are keen to it. So it's going to be a 3rd and long. But, yeah, Dre's point trumps all. If it's behind the line of scrimmage, it's technically a block, no matter if you punt it off of somebody's helmet or whatever. It's behind the line of scrimmage. Double handoff to number 4. It's coming back, unfortunately. Great run from Christian Torres, but it is coming back as there is another flag on the play. So, if you guys donate enough Super Chats, maybe we'll be able to get a replay booth from Sage Media to the refs. So donate a couple of Super Chats. Let's get some funding for a replay booth from Sage Media directly to the refs. So it looks like, unfortunately, I can't see the down and distance. So it is a 3rd. Let's call that 3rd and 20. It is 3rd and a country mile right now. So it's a 3rd and long. 2 split out to the left. It's actually 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Opoku looking to throw for the first time today. And he gets it out to Travis. Has some room up the left sideline. But that's a great tackle by number 13, Aiden Porter. That was Opoku's first throw of the day. As we have a 4th and, let's call it 4th and 15. Looks like APR will remain on the field. My guy Richie asking why we don't stream on Twitch. YouTube is just easier for it to share the link, and everybody has YouTube on their phone. It's just easier. It's an easier platform, and there are also ads on YouTube as well. And I'm pretty sure, of course, if you guys are interested in any kind of advertisements and anything like that, you can purchase an ad spot here on Sage Media. As that's the timeout APR. You can purchase an ad spot on Sage Media, and we can run that ad. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you can run ads on YouTube as well. I mean, I run ads all the time for Sage Media and the Football Talks podcast. But it's a crazy swing in the game. Of course, it was a tough call for Fort Hamilton, but it might just cost them time and a timeout if they can get this stop on 4th down here. Make sure you get involved in the chat. We have 160 people watching, supporting New York football. Great matchup last night in the Battle of the Floss. We had just under 1,000 people watching last night, and it's glad to see everybody woke up with their coffee or something else with us, maybe a OJ. Double handoff, but number 69 is all over the double handoff. That is Jorge Alcron. A big negative play, and Fort Hamilton is right back with the ball with a chance to take the lead. They are about at their own 40-yard line, Fort Hamilton. And I'm seeing the Let's Go Tigers in the chat. Definitely make sure you put the Let's Go Tigers. Make sure you put the Let's Go Cougars. Because this is a battle of 2 unbeatens in the 3A. And we have ourselves quite a game. The Tigers aren't going away lightly. Looking to throw. Throws it deep to 21. It's a perfect throw, and it is caught. And Mr. Farley is getting in his groove. Perfect throw to Zaire Thomas for the completion. As they are now in APR territory. So that's going to be a 1st and 10. Looks like the ball's on about the 35-yard line. Remember, the clock is not official. Hands it off, and that's a great stop in the backfield. That is number 99 on the stop, Mr. Diaby. Second and 11.
Everybody needs to be loud. Real loud.
They're blowing the whistles. So that actually is the quarter. So we were pretty off on the clock there. So that is the end of the third quarter. Our score is 20-14 APR, but Fort Hamilton is knocking on the door. So we're getting ready to run some ads here. So remember, this stream is brought to you by Sage Media Solutions. This is Andre Johnson on the commentary, creator and owner of Sage Media. Hopefully everyone is enjoying the live stream. It's not the most ideal camera angle, but we are capturing the angle for you. Shout out to our camera lady. She is bearing the elements for everyone. Sun right in her face, but she's doing a fantastic job. And shout out to the princess, the producer. And if you have any business inquiries, make sure you hit us up at Sage Media, all socials. And of course, you know where to be, 715, Coach Mac, Jared Valuzzi. I don't even have to introduce them anymore. It's New York Football Talks, where we will break down all of the action across the PSAL and the Catholic League. Big results in the Catholic League as well. So it's a 2nd and long after the stop. Looks left, pumps, rolls back to the right. It's coming back no matter what happens on this play, as there was a definite holding. My guy, Jody, really appreciate you. Thank you everybody who's shouting out the team. It's really not easy to put all these live streams together, but with all the support in the chat and across New York City, that's love, man. Like I said, we really wanted to show the 3A some love. Really glad we were able to make this happen. Of course, it's not easy. Not ideal settings, but you know what? We out here for the city, man. You know how we do. So it's going to be a 2nd and long. Let's call it 2nd and 20. Going to start the clock on the snap. Handoff to Harold, and he is met by Mr. Gamble in the backfield, and he's fired up about it. So it's a 3rd and long now. First down is deep in APR territory. Looks like the Tigers are on about the 50-yard line. Looking to throw, looks right, throws deep, and it's out of bounds. So it's going to bring up a 4th down. And this is a very tricky decision here. I would definitely say punt it away. Your defense has been playing great in this half, because you run the risk of, first of all, it's 4th and 20. If I'm not mistaken, it's 4th and 20. I see Mr. Farley still on the field, and I think it's a very, very risky. You can give APR the ball in very, very good field position. It's risky, but the Tigers are going for it here. 4th and about 20. No, they're not. It's actually a punt. That's one of the advantages you have with your quarterback being the kicker. You could do one of those quick flash punts. That's a great way to kind of fake out the defense. And you can only really do that if your kicker is your punter. If your kicker is your quarterback. So APR will have it deep in their own territory. Richie asking about John Jay. Can you tell me a bit about John Jay? I haven't been able to see John Jay. I think they're in the 1A. And are they new into the 1A? So, Richie, right? Definitely tell me about John Jay, what they've been doing in the chat. I think when I looked at, I think they've been struggling a bit this year. But from what I've heard, I'm pretty sure this is John Jay's first time of a program. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. All right, so it's got to be 1st and 10. Man, that was a great punt. The ball is on the 2-yard line. 1st and 10, ball is on the 2-yard line. Opoku under center. Hands it off to Travis, and it's a short gain. John Jay's 3A, excuse me. I did not know that. That's why I'm asking. I don't know anything about John Jay. I can't lie. Pretty sure there's a lot of students in John Jay, right? So it's the 2nd down. Clock should be running. Yes, it is. Great. Remember, the clock on the screen is unofficial. Only the timekeeper stopped the clock. All right, start the clock again. I don't know why they blew the whistle. All right. Handoff. Right in the dirt. That was to Travis. This is like a half football field, half baseball field. Classic for New York City. And it is 3rd down, but they are not backed up anymore. The JV in the sideline trying to make some noise for the Tigers. Remember, both of these teams are undefeated. 1-score game. Who's coming out with it? It is a 3rd and 5. Ball is deep in APR territory. Both of the runs were up the middle. Let's see if they do something off tackle here. They hand it off to Travis. He has a lane because of that foot speed. That's a horse collar. But I guess he let go because that was a very dangerous play. For those of you old enough, that's that Terrell Owens call. It was T.O. who, devastating play when T.O. caught the ball on the sideline. One of the players pulled right into the back of his shoulder pads, and he did his ACL. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure T.O. was on the Eagles, and that was the year the Eagles went to the Super Bowl. That was the Janet Jackson Super Bowl. You guys can Google that, but it was the Janet Jackson Super Bowl. So it's a 1st and 10, a 1st and 10 for APR. Handoff, and it goes nowhere. Yeah, APR has only thrown a few passes in this game so far. Second down, so it should be 2nd and 9. That's what it looks like to me. So it's a 2nd and 9. APR bleeding a lot of clock here. Opoku sends a man in motion. Jet sweep handoff. That's the Menashe. And he stopped. As tick, 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 tick. Clock continues to run. Clock should have been running. Sorry about that. Tick, 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 tick. How many possessions are left in this game? It looks like a 3rd and long, so let's call it 3rd and 7. APR taking their sweet time here. Splits 2 to the right. Actually even set, sends a man in motion. Fakes to the right, runs to the left, and they don't have enough for the 1st down from my vantage point. And it looks like there unfortunately is a man down on the field for APR. And if I heard correctly, it sounds like Kirch Perlow is going to punt. So we have a man down for APR. So what are you guys thinking, man? We are within, let's stop the clock. We are within about, we're just under 6 minutes, let's call it. Just about under 6 minutes. Fort Ham, everyone knows how dangerous Fort Ham can be on offense. So they can definitely score quickly. But the story of the second half has been the Tigers' adjustment. Travis Gamble was running wild in that first half, but there's been a clear adjustment as they've been able to bottle him up. And now Opoku is back to punt. Good punt to the right. Could have been fielded, and it is from Mr. Porter. Gets a return of about 5-10 yards. And here comes Mr. Farley. Good field position with a chance to give his team at least a tie in this game. Fort Hamilton have been behind all day, but it's been 2 Harold Marshall III touchdowns that have put Fort Hamilton in this position where they can tie the game. Make sure you tell people. Someone's saying that the sound isn't good. Let me know how it sounds now. Or maybe you're saying you sound mad. Okay. So sorry, I missed that play. Guys in the chat, just let me know if the audio sounds good. Sorry if I misread a message saying you sound mad. Maybe you're saying that I sound mad as a commentator. Definitely not. I'm here for a good game, baby. Hand off to Harold. Great stop. Called his name quite a bit, Mr. Diaby. And again, my apologies if I have no voice from last night, but listen, we're giving it all we got over here at Sage Media. As it's a 3rd down, we missed that first play. I was worried about the audio. Okay, my guy Josh saying we sound fine. Okay, good, because that's why I missed that first down. When I saw that chat, I thought you were saying that my audio was bad. So it's a 3rd and 7. Clock is running. Clock should be running. So let's take a few seconds off. Fort Ham definitely going to go to the air here. It's been one of the porters that have been pretty electric. As they decide to hand it off. No, it's a keeper to Aiden Farley. And from my vantage point, it looks like he's short. No, he actually has enough for the first down, so it was a 1st and 10. First and 10 for the Tigers. Clock is ticking. And that is the 4-minute warning, so we weren't so far off. So 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Sends a man in motion. Aiden throws left. It's caught. That was a good snag from number 2, August Porter. So the Porter brothers have been putting in work today. He also had the long catch earlier. As we are currently fighting the elements, if only you guys can see what we need to do to put these games on. I am currently holding an awning with both of my hands because of the wind. Throws it, and that's looked like a miscommunication on that screen. That could have been catastrophic for the Tigers. So it is a third down now. Looks like about a 3rd and 5. Let's update that. 3rd and 5. Clock should stop. That was the 4-minute warning. So we are just under the 4 minutes. Clock should start right after the snap. 2 to the left. This is a huge play for APR here. Ball looks like it's on about the 30-yard line. Aiden sends a man in motion. Hands it off to Harold. And he is met, still on his feet, but it's cleaned up by number 5, Mr. Castro. Two undefeateds in the 3A, and it could come down to this 4th and short. From my vantage point, it looks like a 4th and 3, so that's what we'll call it. 4th and 3, under 4 minutes. How many possessions are left in this 3A game of the week? Undefeated Fort Hamilton versus undefeated APR. Could come down to this play here. Marshall to Farley's left. Hands it to Marshall. He's met in the backfield, and he doesn't. Does he have enough? I can't tell from this vantage point. I thought he was met in the backfield. But no, he has enough for the first down. That just shows you the strength of Harold Marshall, because there was definitely contact in the back. It seemed like it was in the backfield to me. So Fort Hamilton, under 3 minutes, looks left, Aiden rolls right, still looking, throws it, and it is almost intercepted by APR. Second and 10. So I know it's hard to see up that right sideline because of where the players are standing, but I will do my best to let you guys know what is happening. So it's a 2nd and 10. Ball's on the 20-yard line now. The Tigers have to get into the end zone. Farley rolls out to the right, looks right, throws right. It looks like it was caught. I'm trying to stand up to see. No, I think it was incomplete. Again, I have some vision issues myself, so it looks like it was incomplete. So it's a 3rd and 10. Trying our hardest here to see what's going on. So yes, it is incomplete, so it's a 3rd and 10. We have almost 200 people in here trying to see the end of this thriller. Even set, 2 to his left, 2 to his right, motioning a man to the right. Farley looks left, still looking, throws short to Mr. Marshall, but that's cleaned up. So it looks like the Tigers will be facing another 4th down. Trying my hardest to see. Pretty sure it's a 4th down for the Tigers. They need to convert here. Empty backfield for Mr. Farley. Looks left, still looking for that wheel route. He throws it, and it is caught by Harold. It is caught by Harold Marshall, the playmaker, right when the Tigers need it the most. Fourth down conversion. The Tigers are looking to punch it in. I know it says 0 seconds on the clock, but that's not true. We're going to put it to about a minute. There should be about a minute left. So it's 1st and goal. Ball looks like it's on the 3-yard line. Farley motioning a man. Handoff to Harold. Can he get in? Yes, he can. Touchdown, Tigers. An extra point pending. They could take the lead in this game. Down 20 points. The Tigers come all the way back to even up the matchup. And now, here comes the 2-point conversion. If the Tigers can get this, they will have a lead. Going into less than a minute left in this football game. We will try our hardest to get you a time check. Crucial for the Tigers. Let's see what happens here. Throws a screen. And it is incomplete. So it is a tie game. 20-20. The Tigers it is 20-20. All right, guys, I should be back now. Sorry about that. Like you said, I think something might have gotten unplugged. You guys haven't missed anything, honestly. Let me know if we are back. We should be back. Let me know if we're back in the chat. We should be back. It looks like we're back. It looks like we're back. Okay, we are back. We haven't missed anything, honestly. Nothing happened. APR ran the ball a few times. So sorry about that. Like I said, some technical difficulties. You know, we're dealing with the elements here. If my guess, I don't know, I saw some people walking and maybe something got unplugged. I'm not sure, but we're back, so that's what's important. Haven't missed anything crazy. APR ran the ball maybe twice, called some timeouts, but we are back. Whoa, said it stopped? Whoa, 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 whoa. We should be back, right? Let me know if we're back. Pretty sure we are. We'll adjust everything in a second. Handoff up the middle. Great run from Padilla. We should be back, correct? Guys in the chat, let me know if we're back. Looks like we're back to me. Okay, we're good. Don't have a time check. So let me go try to get a time check. Change it to 10 seconds. So just got a time check. It should be about 10 seconds left. This is probably the last play of regulation. And no, that actually is going to be overtime. So they said there was going to be one more play, but we have overtime football. I'm not sure what the overtime rules are. I'm pretty sure it's college rules. I don't know how much time is on the clock. I think there's probably no time, honestly. So it is overtime. Our score is 20-20. It's college football rules. So if the first team scores, it comes down to the next team having to score. I'm not sure who is getting the ball first. It looks like APR's offense is on the field first. Or am I mistaken? We'll just wait. But like I said, man, I believe the Sage Standout Game of the Week has some magic. I believe it has some magic. We show up. Now we have 2 undefeateds in overtime. Just saying, just saying. It's up to the players. I'm just saying. So yes, Fort Hamilton will start on defense. APR on offense. I don't think the time really matters. So we're not even going to start or stop the clock. It's just going to remain at 12. The story of this second half has been the comeback from Fort Hamilton. $20 unanswered point after being down 20 points. They have bottled up Travis Gamble. Overtime football. Who will remain undefeated in the 3A? Handoff to Travis. Has a lane. It's coming back, unfortunately. Devastating call for APR. No, it's a face mask on the Tigers. So that's going to put that's going to put the Cougars first and goal. So it's first and goal. First and goal for the Cougars. Ball is on the 10-yard line, so not the most ideal place for first and goal. Handoff to Travis. Stays on his feet, not for long. Whole pack of Tigers. Second and goal. Seems like APR is going to live or die by their man Travis Gamble. Definitely not a bad idea. Would like to see something off tackle, because you know Trav has that speed. But it's a second and goal in this overtime. Stacked backfield. Handoff to the right this time, and Fort Ham is all over it. A crucial third and goal from the 5-yard line. Third and goal. Who has the stomach for this moment? 2 undefeateds. Third and goal from the 5-yard line. The Tiger defense has been excellent in this half. And the Cougars take a timeout. So through the technical difficulties, through the wind, it has brought us all here to this 3rd and 5. Now remember, this is overtime rules, and it's college overtime rules. So if the Cougars are able to score, depending on what they do on the point after, the Tigers get the opportunity to match that. If they're able to match it, we go to a second overtime. If the Cougars fail to score here, and if the Tigers score, Tigers win. If the Cougars score and Fort Hamilton are unable to match what they did, APR goes home undefeated. But it comes down to this 3rd and 5. Hand off to Travis. And he wills himself all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, APR. Touchdown number 4 on the day. And now, the crucial 2-point conversion. If they fail to get this 2-point conversion, it gives the Tigers an opportunity to win the game. Here comes the most important 2-point conversion of the season. Hands off to Travis. He does what he does, piles himself into the end zone. 8-point lead for the Cougars. So now, just like I said, our score is 28-20. The Tigers have to score and get the 2-point conversion to win it. Excuse me. They have to score and get the 2-point conversion to stay alive. If they are unable to get 8 points, the Cougars go away with the victory. If they are able to match, then the Tigers will get the ball first on offense, and we do this dance again. So it's 1st and 10. Quick throw to the right to Mr. Porter. Great tackle from number 7, Isaac, the sophomore. But it's a good gain, so it's 2nd and 3. A turnover will also end the game. Can the APR defense step up? Sends a man in motion. Aiden looking left, still looking, throws into the end zone. Incomplete. Target was August Porter. 3rd down. Third and 3. The Tigers need to get at least this 1st down to stay alive here. 3rd and 3. Trips to the left at the bottom of your screen. Aiden looking to throw. Throws it in the middle. What a pass defense. Seatbelt from Mr. Isaac. And it all comes down to this 4th and 3. The Tigers need to convert. If they do not convert this 4th down, the game is over. And it leaves us on a cliffhanger. Timeout, Tigers. Man, oh man, what a game. We added this game on a Thursday, and it was one of the best decisions we could have made. Because I am so happy we're able to deliver another excellent game in the Sage Standout Game of the Week series. Who said 3A doesn't have good football, man? I have thoroughly enjoyed the performance today. How about the 2 running backs? 4 touchdowns from Travis Gamble. 2 touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken, for Harold. Forgive me if it's 3. How are you guys feeling at home, man? 4th and 3. The Tigers need to convert, and they draw them off sides. They draw number 88 offsides, Mr. Fofana. He'll have to make up for it, but it gives the Tigers another set of downs. So it's 1st and goal. Ball is on the 8-yard line. 3 to Farley's left. Hands it off to Harold Marshall. Big hit from Travis as he tries to pull the ball out. But that's a gain of about 4. 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. Remember, a turnover wins it. If Fort Hamilton are able to score, they still have to get the 2-point conversion. 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Harold in the backfield, motioning a man over. Snap, gives it to Harold. He's hit, but he scores. Touchdown, Tigers! Now remember, they need to score this 2-point conversion. If they don't score it, the game is over. If they do, we do this again, this time with the Tigers getting the ball first. It all comes down to this play here. 3 yards to keep this 3A matchup alive. Harold to his right. Harold's definitely on 3 touchdowns now. Needs to get into the end zone. Hands it off to Harold. He's been in the backfield. That's the win for APR. What a performance. Number 4, Christian Torres. Hopefully he's okay. He put his body on the line for that. What a game. We will bring you that instant replay. No lie, somebody might have just earned himself a t-shirt depending on what I see on this replay, man. I mean, I'm going to give Travis like 8 t-shirts, man. What are you talking about? My producer said, oh, you got to give it to Travis. Are you crazy? Of course I'm giving it to Travis. All right, let's see what we see here. Hand it off. Wow. Number 4 and number 79. Aiden and Christian Torres. What a play to win it for the Cougars. We have another classic. Congratulations to both teams. But only one undefeated remains out of these 2. And that is the APR. Make sure you stick around, or excuse me, we will have the Sage Standout Player of the Game interview on the Instagram. Make sure you look out for that. Really appreciate everyone for watching. We will see you next week. This is Andre Johnson signing out.